Shalom. All due praises to Yahweh Bashem Bashem Kakadash. Those honest to others and apostles, a great milestone who teach the word in sincerity and truth to the hopeful elect, scattered abroad through the four corners of the earth. This is our brother Yawasop from the Toronto camp. Just gonna get into some news that I've come across throughout the week. Yes, everybody found this one. They have basically German humanoid robot welder to tackle high-risk jobs at Hyundai's shipyard. Neuro 4 and E1 humanoid joins Hyundai's partners to bring intelligent robots to shipyards, boosting safety, efficiency, and productivity. And these are things that they mostly push in the work site, which is about safety, and they want efficiency and productivity to keep the lights on, which it's always about profits, and safety doesn't matter. Just take a look at Amazon. But they want 0 injury days, so if that's the case, then they're gonna have to go robotics. You know, um, it is what it is. It says a partner will result in Korean firms HD Hyundai Robotics, which is a Korean company, and HD Hyundai Samho testing advanced robots in shipbuilding, marking a major step in automating one of the world's toughest industries. Interestingly, the trial will use robotics from Germany's Neuro Robotics, not Hyundai's. Despite owning Boston Dynamics and a leading automation arm, Hyundai is turning to external innovations for this initiative. The firms have already trailed Neuro's humanoid robots for welding and assembly tasks at Hyundai shipbuilding yards in Korea. The goal of this strategic partnership is clear. Together we will develop and test specialized quadruped and humanoid robots under real-world conditions. Our shared vision is to make shipbuilding more efficient, safer, and more productive, said Neuro Robotics in LinkedIn post. In May 2025, Houston's Persona AI announced it would supply humanoid welding robots. Humanoid. So they don't even need human. They need humanoid. Welding robots to South Korea, partnering with HD Korea's shipbuilding and offshore engineering, HD Hyundai Robotics, and Vaso for shipyard automation. Robotics are shipbuilding. Enter shipbuilding. Neuro, a company focused on cognitive robotics, is bringing its advanced humanoid. Not even calling it a robot, they're calling it humanoid platform. You know what? Let's go from. Where's this thing? Jeez. Can't even find my own seek. There it is. What, yeah. to say. Here we go. Let's get this. It says here, a humanoid is something that resembles or has characteristics similar to a human being in form, function, or behavior. The term is commonly used in robotic science, fiction, and anthropology. Physically structure. Humanoids typically are a head, torso, and such a bipedal, 2 legs, locomotion, human-like facial features, human-like uh, facial features, eyes, mouth, uh, yeah, robotics, humanoid, robots, Boston Dynamics, Soft, Pepper, Atlantis, Atlantis. I mean Atlas, and apparently this same company was in CO Call of Duty, Call of Duty games, which had to do with humanoid type figures. Probably be able to look that up if anything. Are designed to interact in human environments. AI virtual agents, humanoid avatars, chatbots, and human-like appearances. Sophia the robot. Wow. So science fiction, androids, cyborgs, and aliens. CP30, Terminator. Yep, CP30. He always said human. Oh shit. Uh, no, I'm gonna have to grab that. So you basically get the point what it's saying here. Let's see if I can go to here. This is another thing I was watching. No, it's okay because this is just something that animated, and they don't need lights. So, because they have infrared, these that's another thing to get into, which is the AI has different filters of cameras and that nature, so you can see in the dark. Which is infrared. Now, CP30. See if shoot, I wish I had found it from before. Yeah, this.
IMC3VO human cyborg relations.
Human cyborg relations.
I beg your pardon, but what do you mean, naked? My parts are showing. My goodness.
So, a humanoid robot. This is just an example of what I was saying that they're pushing, because this is a part of Esaw's agenda. Alright? Towards his enterprise. Grab that script. So I haven't grabbed the script yet, so. 5 and 12. It says here he deployed he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And who's that referring to? It's referring to Esau, Edom. Crafty.
Strong's H, 6175. Arum. Arum. Second entry. Arum. Arum.
Says here, stubble. Subtle. So like, clean up my eyes. Shrewd, crafty, sly, sensible. Crafty, shrewd, sensible, prudent. So someone who's knowledgeable of knowing, they know the truth, but they're using their own cunning device. So they're a usurper. Usurper, should I say. That's how you pronounce it. Cunning, usually in a bad sense. Crafty. Prudent, subtle. Like I mentioned, who it is, it's referring to Esau, Edom. The word enterprise.
Strong's H, 8454. Tushia. Tushia.
Tushia. Wisdom, sound, knowledge, success, sound or efficient wisdom, abiding success, sound or efficient wisdom, abiding success, of the effect of the sound wisdom. Tushia, from an unused root, probably meaning to substanate, support, or by implication ability, help, undertaking, understanding, enterprise, that which thing it is, substance, sound, wisdom, working. And that's what you have. Him using his cunning devices to implement his kingdom, his false kingdom, which is this new world disorder, because there's nothing in order about what he's doing. He's doing his own thing, which is similar to the kingdom of heaven, but it isn't. So he's using technology, which is a form of witchcraft, of practice, technocracy, right? That he is going to institute. And it says here, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. They meet in darkness in the daytime, and grope in the noonday as in the night. Let me read it in NLT. It says, he frustrates the plans of schemers, so that the work of their hands will not succeed. He traps the wise in their own cleverness, so their cunning schemes are thwarted. They find it is dark in the daytime. They grope at noon as if it were night. He rescues the poor from the clutches, from the cutting words of the strong, and rescues them from the clutches of the powerful. So at last the poor have hope, and the snapping jaws of the wicked are shut. Which is that new world disorder that is going to be instituted, whether you're down with it or not. you don't believe, it is going to come anyways. So you're going to have to choose. You're going to have to choose. And some of you already made your own choice, but you're going to have to choose. And really, for and foremost, the Most High's already really chosen for those that are going to have to deal with it. Now, let me grab. See if I can go to this one. Yeah. Okay. So right here it says, this is John 17:9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them without which thou hast given me, for they are thine, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. Which is referring to the elect. Now let me read the NLT. It says, my prayer is not for the world, which is the everybody, but for what really the world of Israel, right? If you want to break it down more smaller steps, it says, my prayer is not for the world, but for those you have given me, because they belong to you. All who are mine belong to you, and you have given them to me, so they bring me glory. Now I am departing from the world. They are staying in this world, but I am coming to you. Holy Quadash Abba. You have given me your name. Now protect them by the power of your name, so that they will be united just as we are. Which is so not everybody is going to be a part of that. So it's a small sanctuary which the Lord is going to be delivering, right? Let me grab another one to expound on that. Oh, no. Another one here, it's Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. Before the decree, bring forth the day. Pass as a chaff before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger comes upon you. So that's the time that we're in. It's no other time. And the day speedily approaches, right? It's not going to be pushed off to a later date or whatever. I don't know the day, but the day is approaching. It's approaching just as your birthday comes as an approach, and it comes as the season comes as an approach. So you cannot put it off, and it's going to happen in our lifetime. So in a short lifetime, I'm not going to see, but in the 25, I'm not looking that far ahead. I'm looking at the destruction of this place on a daily basis, and you should be doing the same. But that's unless you're awoken, because people are caught up with the things of the world that distract them, and they forget. Yeah, it's just supposed to happen, but you still got. If you put on your shoes, you know you got your shoes on. So it's the same with this, right? You put this on, you know you got it on. So you gotta make sure you're checking there's any, um, you know, um, any faults or anything, correcting things, right? So let it be known, right? But I was referring with this AI and all this technology, which is heading towards um, this place. It's the further this place is gonna come down, because if people ain't gonna be working, and then you have to see a robot work, and then like people gonna be eating one meal or no meals. This place is gonna come down tumbling fast, and then you're gonna have wars or rumors of wars. I'll get that. And, close up shop. It says here Mark 13 and 7. And it says here, and let's start at 5. It says here Mark 13 and 5. And Yahushua answered them, began to say, take heed lest any man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahushua Mashiach, or I am Mashiach, I'm anointed, I'm Christ, whatever I want to say in this fashionable manner, that I'm the chosen one, and and shall deceive many. And there's a lot of that in the world that we live in. Now, when ye shall hear of rumors, hear of wars and rumors, so like my tongue's twisting here. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, which is a part of the prophecies. That's what's going on, right? One week you're hearing this war business, and then it dies down, and then it keeps on going. It elevates all the way up. That's how the Most High wants it. Things are happening behind scenes. You can't see, but things are happening. And kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places. And right now they have, hopefully I probably can do something about it, but so there happened to be a certain prophecy that the Japanese have been saying, which are the Ammonites, they've been saying about, because they dwell over in the part of the Ring of Fire in that region, which is a part of the 12 tectonic plates of the earthquake. They're saying that there's going to be an earthquake. They've been having it, so they kind of shut down the tourists areas of development. Of tourism in a certain area of their island. Can't remember where, but they were mentioning it, and then they shut it down. That was, I believe, last week or the week before. But I don't know how it's picking up pace. So they're watching for activity, and they have been having heavy activity on and off. And there was one that happened the other day, 7.4, close off of Alaska, which is what's happening there, which is heavy activity, right? So in those peninsulas and stuff, things are happening. I think it was something Bear Island. It might have been. I might be mistaken, but there was activity in the area over there, and I watched something with Dabu 7 that was referring to earthquake happening in the sea. So there'll be, most likely it might happen, and a tsunami, right? So that's an earthquake at sea. So the water gets thrown in alternate directions and clashes, and then it throws the rhythm off of the sea and then creates tidal waves, gigantic tidal waves, which they call a tsunami. So the Lord wasn't lying about nothing. He said what he said because he knew, and he was letting his prophets, his kinsmen, know of the things to come in the last days. So, like I said, the day of the Lord is not going to be put off. It's not going to be postponed or nothing. And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginnings of sorrows. So these things shall take place. Right? So I'm just going to end it there and continue with another one. Shalom.